Today on the show, we're going to talk about the little EV company that could. No, I'm not talking about Canoe.
No!
I'm talking about TELO. Have you guys checked this company out? I've been following all the little quirky, weird EV companies out there, and this one's caught my eye. I've been following it for the past year. Haven't really talked about it yet because I wanted to see if did it get from renderings actually to something out there. And well, now they have a build and price configurator out there, and I'm kind of curious to see what my version of this would price out at. Really, there's not much to it, honestly. They're doing pre-orders right now, but I am interested to show you this. So let's go ahead and bring up this. And as you can see here is your little TELO. Now, the idea of this thing is small, compact. Now, where some of the other brands, like Ford went with the Lightning, they went with the big truck. TELO, they want to do it different. They're looking at the size of a Mini Cooper. It's ridiculous. They claim the capability of a Tacoma in a Cooper size. And while most Americans actually do not need a full-size pickup, or even some of the mid-size pickup trucks are actually getting a little too big, this company seems to think that more of that K-size truck, the little Japanese truck style, maybe that size is what's right for America. And of course, with EV technology, batteries are getting smaller, they're getting cheaper, more affordable to manufacture. Does something like this little thing, does it meet today's needs? And I think it might, and I'm kind of curious about this. So TELO Truck makes the world's most efficient EV pickup truck for urban living and weekend adventuring. Now, I want to preface this too by saying, hey, don't get too excited by this yet. We've been down this path once or twice before with the Canoe brand, and I've seen some of the others, Rivian struggling, and Rivian's had major money put behind it. But in some of these renderings, they look great, but this is all computer generated. There's nothing realistic about this. Now, this photo here, I will say this photo, a journalist friend of ours did show us that they had placed a vehicle in front of Heatoness there. There was some photos going around because people were going, hey, what is this in the New York City area? But 4 doors, 5 adults, 60-inch bed. I mean, that's about all you need, right? And you can see right here, the Mini Cooper, you can see that it's about the same size of the thing, and I like it. Once again, I like quirky, weird little vehicles, and this thing is definitely quirky and weird. But they show here the Toyota. You can see it the same size as the Toyota. Of course, that's the last generation Tacoma. You can see it next to little Ford vans, and maybe they're onto something. But I caution people to let's not get too deep down this rabbit hole just yet, because we've seen this. We have seen this before, but let's hit our little build here because I'm kind of curious what we've got here. So starting out about $41,520. Now, in a few years when this actually comes to market, if it does actually come to market, will we actually see this price? Because Canoe started out around 35,000 is what they said they were going to start at. There's been Rivian. There was an entry-level price. Rivian was always in the 60s, I want to say, initially, and now they're 100,000 for those. So can they keep the price at this? Of course, it says it's a little 300 horsepower two-wheel drive there, which is honestly, I think for daily commuter use, this is probably more than most people need. Now, would you want to go on a long trip with this thing? Probably not, because if it's as tiny as a Mini, guess what? You're not going to have a lot of elbow room in this thing. Of course, if you look back here, it does show, let me bring this up real quick. It does show that there is maybe room for 5 back there, but man, that would have to be tight, right? I mean, that would have to be really, really tight. But they do have a dual motor for $46,000, 500 horsepower. Are you kidding me? 500 horsepower in this thing. And this is all, we've yet to see this. These are all projections. And anybody that believes this is what it is at the end, cool your brakes. I caution people to be cautious here, but you get 260 miles, which is about what Canoe was range, for their little quirky van like truck. That's in something this small, that might be okay, because I really don't see this is your 30-40 mile trips back and forth. Maybe it's to your commuter to work or something that might be fun. But they do have for $3,980, which once again, prices we'll see. You can get that up there and get 350 miles range, which I think I've always said with the Canoe, that's where they never bump the range up. And I think that's why investors and people just never kind of had faith in that company. But definitely TELO is backed by some big hitters there. But let's see the colors. You got Blizzard White, Ocean Blue. We got a Dark Emerald. We've got the Dune, just Dune. Where's Timothée Chalamet when we need him? What is this one? Sunset Orange, Cool Steel, Shadow, Night Shadow there, which is kind of cool. And finally, we've got Sable Bronze. Now, all these colors are pretty interesting to me. Definitely, I think you have something like this. You want a fun, something exciting color, or maybe don't. But you can definitely hit reserve here for $152, and that's kind of exciting. And I'm kind of curious, where you guys at with this? Were you burnt by Canoe? Because that's one that's done it. There's been a lot of Lordstown. There's been a lot of these little startups that maybe had more backing than this company does, but this company's still in early development. And at the time of recording this, they have about 3,000 reservations right now, that's kind of interesting that the numbers out there, because that's something I did never hear from some of the other brands out there. How many reservations did they take? And it does say it's fully refundable. Now, if they go under, I don't know how that would be possible, but is what it is. $152 to do your reservations on one of these things. And I kind of like it. Am I going to put money down right now? No. No, I want to see where this company goes. When I see running prototypes, then I might be interested in doing reservations. But till now, I'm just going to watch this company, and I think you should too, because if you want something small, quirky, weird, you like like that kind of a vehicle, this might be right for you. So in the comments below, let me know what you think about this. So whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or these little electric EV quirky little van trucks that I do want to drive, it's been your All Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd, and we're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all. Damn, that looks fun.